Still haven't watched these K-dramas? You're seriously missing out. These 15 Korean drama originals on Netflix and Disney Plus are the shows everyone's raving about, from thrillers that will keep you up all night to romances you'll be thinking about for weeks. Click on this video and see what your watch list has been missing. 15. All of Us Are Dead.
가져왔다.
This zombie thriller takes the genre to a whole new level, set right in the middle of high school drama. At Yosin High, a science experiment goes horribly wrong and unleashes a virus that turns people into flesh-eating zombies. It starts with one bite and spreads like wildfire. In no time, the school becomes ground zero for a full-blown outbreak. Trapped inside, a group of students, including class president Nam On-jo, her childhood friend Lee Chong-san, and a mix of classmates from different cliques, must band together to survive. But it's not just the infected they're up against. As things spiral, they're forced to face betrayal, heartbreak, and the gut-wrenching truth that help might never come. It quickly gained global recognition, becoming one of the most-watched non-English TV shows on the platform. Within its first 30 days, the series accumulated over 474.26 million hours viewed. It also topped Netflix's non-English TV top 10 list in numerous countries. With Season 2 coming, make sure to watch this K-drama to experience zombie drama you've never seen before. 14. Moving. This award-winning K-drama drops you into a world where superpowers are real. Across Korea, students are hiding incredible abilities like flight, super healing, and super strength, gifts inherited from parents who were once part of a secret government program. They've lived in the shadows for years, until a mysterious assassin starts hunting them down, one by one. As danger closes in, families are forced to reveal the powers they've hidden and the pasts they've tried to forget. What begins as a quiet high school story explodes into a full-blown war between former agents, their children, and the system that betrayed them. Starring breakout talents like Go Yoon-jung and Lee Jung-ha, alongside acting heavyweights Cha Tae-hyun, Han Yo-ju, Jo In-sung, and Ryu Sung-ryong, Moving delivers blockbuster action with a beating heart. Winner of the grand prize? Television at the 60th Baeksang Arts Awards and set for a second season, make sure to stream this drama. 13. The Worst of Evil.
준모가 어떤 놈인지 재수 씨가 더 잘 아시잖아요. 한번 물면 놓지 않는 놈인 거.
Set in the 1990s, Seoul, this hit series dives into the dangerous world of the underworld, where an organization is smuggling dangerous substances between Korea, China, and Japan. To dismantle the operation, police officer Park Junmo, played by Ji Chang-wook, is sent undercover into the gang, only to discover that its ruthless leader, Jung Gi-chul, played by Wi Ha-jun, has a mysterious and complicated past connected to his wife. As Junmo goes deeper into the criminal underworld, the line between his real identity and his cover begins to blur, testing his loyalty, morals, and marriage in a game where trust can be fatal. Tense, stylish, and emotionally charged, The Worst of Evil delivers high-stakes drama, gritty action, and powerhouse performances from one of the most intense ensembles in recent K-drama history. 12. A Shop for Killers.
무기를 파는 사이트 같은데?
이런 걸 팔았다고? 삼촌이?
What if the person who raised you was secretly running a business for assassins? This hit K-drama kicks off with college student Jeongnyeon returning to her childhood home after the sudden death of her uncle, played by Lee Dong-wook. She thinks she's just there to tie up loose ends, but hidden inside his mysterious warehouse is a deadly secret. He'd been running an underground armory, supplying weapons to the world's most dangerous killers. Now that he's gone, they're all coming for her. Overnight, Jeon becomes the target of elite assassins, mercenaries, and criminals from every corner of the globe. Her only hope of survival? The brutal lessons her uncle drilled into her ever since she was a kid. With every ambush, flashback, and shocking reveal, Jeon starts to uncover who her uncle really was and who she's been trained to become all along. And with season 2 on the horizon, now's the perfect time to binge it and see why everyone's talking. 11. Flex X Cop.
사건이에요.
네가 잡은 두목 살인범이었어.
용감한 심장 그런 거 받는 건가?
넌 경찰이 될 거야.
What happens when a spoiled chaebol heir suddenly becomes a detective? Chaos, comedy, and surprisingly good crime solving. Jin Yi-soo, played by An Bo-hyun, lives the ultimate soft life, rich, carefree, and totally unbothered. But when a high-profile case hits close to home, he's pulled into the world of criminal investigations. To everyone's shock, he ends up joining the Violent Crimes Unit as an elite detective, armed with designer suits, zero experience, and way too much confidence. Paired with the feisty, by-the-book detective Lee Kong-hyun, played by Park Ji-hyun, Yi-soo quickly finds out that real police work is nothing like the movies or his lavish lifestyle. But as the cases get more dangerous and his instincts start to sharpen, he begins to prove he's more than just a flashy rookie. Slick, funny, and packed with unexpected heart, Flex X Cop is part buddy cop, part redemption arc, and 100% entertaining. Season 2 is officially in the works, so now's the time to dive in and join the ride. 10. Parasyte. The Grey. This chilling sci-fi thriller narrates the story of a world under silent invasion, where alien parasites fall to Earth, burrow into human brains, and take full control of their hosts while leaving no trace on the outside. In the midst of the chaos is an ordinary woman who survives a failed infection. Instead of losing herself, she ends up sharing her body with the parasite, creating a fragile, uneasy alliance between the two. As more people are taken over, a special task force is formed to hunt down these inhuman predators. But with her caught between both sides, she becomes the key to understanding what the parasites want, and whether humanity even has a chance. The series exploded onto Netflix's global top 10 non-English list just days after release, racking up 9.8 million viewers and 49 million hours watched in its second week, holding its spot in the top rankings for weeks. If you haven't streamed it yet, now's the time. 9. Light Shop.
넌 어쩌면 다른 사람이 못 보는 걸 봤던 걸지도 몰라.
뭘 보는데요?
In a quiet alley, there's a strange little shop where the lights never go out, and customers don't come to buy things, but to face the shadows of their past. Every visitor is drawn there for a reason, each carrying deep regrets, grief, or unresolved pain. As their stories unfold and intertwine, the mysterious shopkeeper guides them through the moments they've tried to forget, offering a choice: heal or be haunted forever. This psychological fantasy blends mystery, emotion, and a touch of the supernatural in a slow-burning, soul-searching story that asks, what if you had one more chance to make things right? Get ready to cry, reflect, and maybe even find your own moment of healing. Starring Joo Ji-hoon, Park Bo-young, Bae Seong-woo, Lee Jeongnyeon, and Kim Seol-hyun, Light Shop delivers heartache, hope, and just the right amount of magic. 8. The Trauma Code, Heroes on Call.
중증 외상센터는 치명적인 외상을 입은 응급 환자를 전문적으로 치료하는 센터입니다.
클리어. 나니까 살린 거예요. 무슨 말인지 이해하세요?
This adrenaline-charged medical drama drops you right into the chaos of South Korea's busiest trauma center, where every second counts and one call can change everything. At the center is Baek Kong-hyuk, played by Joo Ji-hoon in his Baek-sung winning role, a genius trauma surgeon known for his razor-sharp skills and brutally honest attitude. Dragged back into the ER war zone, he's now leading a team of top-tier doctors and emergency responders. But Kang-hyuk isn't just saving lives. He's taking on a broken system that's been failing them all. From massive pileups to disaster-level emergencies, each case tests the team's limits, emotionally and physically. By his side is Young Yun-hee, played by Chu Young-woo, a fiercely dedicated EMT who won't back down, no matter how high the stakes. 7. A Virtuous Business.
그냥 속옷이 아닙니다. 재밌겠다. 제대로 샷도 한번 올려볼까?
Set in rural South Korea in the 90s, a virtuous business follows four unlikely heroines who shake up their ultra-conservative town by selling adult products door to door. Yep, lingerie, toys, and a whole lot of taboo. At the center is Han Jong-suk, played by Kim So-yeon, a struggling housewife trying to survive a cheating husband and make ends meet for her son. Joining her, a bored housewife with a degree, a mom of four desperate for financial freedom, and a bold single mom running a beauty salon. Together, they hustle through shame, gossip, and closed doors, literally, to build a sisterhood that challenges everything their town believes about what makes a woman virtuous. And just to spice things up, there's also a detective played by Yeon Woo-jin chasing an old arson case that connects to them in ways no one saw coming. It's fierce, funny, and totally fresh. If you're into female-led stories that flip the script, stream A Virtuous Business now. 6. Soulbusters.
임시로 사무실 만들었으니까 당분간 거기서들 지내.
존망 어린이집?
Set in a quiet Seoul neighborhood, Soulbusters follows the most hopeless crime squad in the city until an elite detective steps in. He's smart, quirky, and way too qualified for the job. But instead of a high-profile promotion, he chooses to lead this misfit team and shake things up. His squad? A lovable mess. There's a well-meaning but unlucky veteran, a competitive officer always out to prove himself, a bold female detective who never backs down, and a rookie who might be hiding more than he lets on. Each member has their own baggage, but the detectives determined to turn them into a real team. Each episode follows a new case, from romance scams to celebrity bullying, while the team slowly starts to improve, grow closer, and maybe even solve a few crimes along the way. Soulbusters is chaotic, heartfelt, and flat-out hilarious. If you love underdog teams and crime comedies with heart, this one's for you. 5. When Life Gives You Tangerines.
진짜 후회 안 하지?
나는 내 19년 인생 중에
Winner of Best Drama at the 61st Baeksang Arts Awards, When Life Gives You Tangerines stars IU as Esun, a bold, free-spirited girl from Jeju Island who dreams of escaping poverty and becoming a poet. But when tragedy strikes and societal barriers close in, her path takes a heartbreaking turn. Park Bo-gum plays Gwon-sik, quiet, humble, and fiercely loyal, who becomes her anchor through decades of love, struggle, and sacrifice. Their story spans 5 decades, from a rain-soaked decision in the 1960s to choose love over comfort, to raising children and surviving economic hardships, all seen through the eyes of their eldest daughter, Jeongnyeon, who reflects on the price her parents paid to keep their family together. It's a generational tale about love, dreams, and the quiet strength of ordinary lives. One of the most buzzworthy K-dramas of 2025. Make sure to watch it to see what the hype is all about. 4. 9 Puzzles.
퍼즐 시그니처 범인의 유일한 흔적.
In 9 Puzzles, Kim Do-mi plays a criminal profiler is haunted by a crime from her past, the brutal murder of her uncle back in 2015. She was the only one at the scene, but her memory? Completely blank. The only clue? A strange hand-drawn puzzle piece. 10 years later, that same puzzle piece shows up at a new crime scene. And then another, and another. Each murder is tied to a forgotten tragedy at a collapsed amusement park, and Enna finds herself pulled into a case that feels way too personal. Now working with Detective Kim Han-sem, played by Sun Soo-koo, and the same man who once suspected her, Ina must confront her past, piece together her memories, and solve the mystery before the final piece is placed. If you love dark mysteries, unreliable narrators, and plot twists that'll melt your brain, this one's for you. 3. Jeongnyeon. The Star is Born.
너 국극이라고 알아?
들으는 봤지라. 배우들이 역할 나눠갖고 그 춤추고 노래하고 연기한다 하던데. 오늘 내가 보고 온 것은 별천지였지.
Set in post-war 1950s. Korea, this gripping drama follows Jeongnyeon, a poor but fiercely gifted girl from Mokpo with nothing but her voice and a dream. In what many call Kim Tae-ri's most powerful, award-winning performance yet, Jeongnyeon steps into the rarefied world of Yeoseong-gukguk, an all-female traditional theater where women play both male and female roles. It's a dying art form, and Jeongnyeon has just one chance to prove she belongs. The path is anything but smooth. She faces crushing class prejudice, grueling training, and a razor-sharp rivalry with the refined, untouchable Heo Young-seo, played by rising star Shin Ye-yoon. Every win feels hard-earned, every loss threatens to break her. Full of ambition, sacrifice, and breathtaking performances, this series burns with the question, how far will you go when the world tells you to stay small? 2. Our Unwritten Soul.
도플갱어, 옹고집, 첫 페이지부터 우리는 함께였다.
미지 꿈은 그러면
너 네 언니 보기 부끄럽지도 않아?
진짜 그놈의 미래! 어때?
This heartfelt, twist-packed coming-of-age romance stars Park Bo-young in a mesmerizing dual role as identical twins, Yoo Mi-ji and Yoo Mi-rae. Two women who look the same but live completely different lives. Mi-ji is a free-spirited former athlete stuck in the slow rhythm of the countryside, caring for her grandmother. Mi-rae is a polished Seoul professional with the perfect life, at least on paper, while secretly crumbling under corporate backstabbing and burnout. When fate and a certain childhood friend pull them back together, they take a wild gamble, swap lives. Mi-ji storms into Seoul's high-pressure corporate scene, shaking things up with her bold, no-nonsense charm. Meanwhile, Mi-rae trades boardrooms for open fields, discovering unexpected peace, and maybe a new kind of love. But swapping lives is never simple. As secrets surface and lies start to crack, both sisters are forced to confront the truth about who they are and what they really want. Streaming now on Netflix, find out what happens when the life you dream of isn't the one you need. 1. Trigger.
사람은 모두 마음속에 트리거가 하나씩 다 있어요.
This must-watch thriller drops you into a near-future South Korea where guns are banned, until a sudden flood of illegal firearms ignites chaos and bloodshed. Kim Nam-gil plays Lee Do, a former sniper turned detective who swore off guns after a devastating family tragedy. Now, he's racing against time to stop the spread before the country implodes. His biggest obstacle? Kim Young-kwang as Moon Baek, a smooth-talking, terminally ill arms dealer with a deadly agenda. He slips guns into the hands of society's most desperate, daring them to unleash their rage, and pulling Lee Do into a dangerous cat-and-mouse chase where every clue peels back another layer of corruption and revenge. From gritty back-alley standoffs to explosive all-out showdowns, Trigger delivers adrenaline, twists, and tough moral questions that'll have you asking, what would happen if someone pushed your trigger? These K-dramas will have you diving straight into your streaming apps to see what the buzz is all about. Click on this video to find out which of their stars made it into our top 100 most talented actors list. Trust me, their rankings might just shock you.